Robinson Show.
Yo, what's up, boys?
Tony
What's going on, Tony?
How are you, my friend?
Not bad, you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, brother. How have you been? How were the holidays?
Well, pretty good. Put on a couple of pounds, you know.
Yeah.
Work it off now.
That's all you can do. That's all you can do.
Yeah. Just been so friggin' cold, I can't get out, you know.
I was gonna ask up there. You're in Montreal, because we're dying here.
Well, no, I'm outside of Toronto.
Okay.
I was born in Montreal, but I live just outside of Toronto.
Okay. And yeah, I can only imagine. Because we're dying in Jersey. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I heard we're getting you guys the blast from Canada. That's why we're so cold.
They always say that.
It's always Canada's fault.
Blame Canada.
Getting that Canadian chill.
Yeah.
Canadian chill. That's my wife.
Wife for life.
What's that? Yeah. And I wanted to ask you, when you guys do a phone interview with Ryder Doll, does she still charge you by the minute or what?
No, she's very, very gracious with that. With the interviews.
You get a discount?
Yeah.
Senior discount?
The Rob and Slim discount.
The Rob and Slim discount.
The Robin Slim discount.
Yes. She's a great gal. Does a lot of stuff for us.
What possessed you to have me on the show tonight with all these great people on? It's downhill from here, you know that.
Oh, but
I don't know. I think it was downhill with the last
I
test.
figured you could at least tell us, Tony, what you've acted in, and not ask our intern here and and not laugh terribly at your own statements.
Hey, you guys never saw 5 Easy Pieces?
No.
Was she cut out of that too?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what she looks like, but that diner scene is like a classic with Jack Nicholson.
Oh, you're the Nicholson expert, Slambo.
Yeah, that's the scene I've seen.
Okay, you've seen the scene.
Yeah.
He's seen the scene.
I've seen the whole movie.
I really like that.
Your time.
I like that other one with that's the old movie with Jack Nicholson with the witches. What was that? Like
yeah.
The Witches of Witches.
Witches of Eastwick?
Yeah.
Witches of Eastwick. I really like that fucking movie.
I like The Shining.
Shining's good.
And I like the one he did with
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's
Sandler. The one he did with Sandler.
Classic.
And then what was that?
Cuckoo's Nest.
Anger
Management. That's the one he did with Sandler.
Yeah.
But Cuckoo's Nest, he was so young in that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That was a great.
I mean,
great film.
He was still bald, but I think he lost his hair early.
Yeah, I think so. Probably high school, like my buddy.
Well, you know, he pulled it off. Though.
He did?
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
So you guys been well?
Yes, Tony. Have you been getting a lot of acting jobs? I know last time we talked to you, you mentioned a gig you had in South Africa, correct?
Well, that was a couple of years ago.
Okay. What's your most recent project?
My most recent, it was a Canadian TV series called Murdoch Mysteries.
Okay.
And that aired in October. I think after I spoke to you guys, I did a short indie film, which is probably going to do like the festival circuit.
Cool.
It's a cute little movie, you know, probably about, 16 minutes long or something like that.
Who did you play in that?
I played the father of a girl who had a eating disorder, sort of anorexic, you know. I mean, it was, you know, heavy material, but there were some funny moments in it as well. It's a nice little film.
As I love you talking about that makes me think of Little Miss Sunshine. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie. Great
film.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just some of the funniest, saddest, greatest moments. And
that was the one with
Steve
Dimitri
Carell
Martin, right?
Steve Carell.
What's his name? Oh my God, I forget his name.
Dimitri Martin?
Played the grandfather.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, whatever that grandfather. Yeah, I can't remember his name. It was so good. So good.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, how's Boombats doing?
Boombats, we've been working the last couple of months putting together a crowdfunding campaign. We're going to launch it in the spring.
Okay.
And hopefully start shooting in June, depending on how much money we can raise, you know.
Yeah, I didn't know if you'd filmed it yet, if you were going to be shopping it around to like Amazon and stuff.
The guys that I'm doing it with, I mean, I was kind of against doing a crowdfunding. I think I had mentioned it to you last time, but they sort of convinced me that that was the route to go. And we've got there's a fund here that's for web series in Canada, and we're going to apply to that in May. So fingers crossed, we'll start shooting sometime in June and release them, I guess, in August, September or something, once they're all put together, you know.
Cool. I can't wait to see more of that.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Actually, my great aunt, who was the inspiration for the character of Nona that I play, she just passed away last week.
Oh, sorry.
105 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shit.
Good genes.
Yes. That's a life. That's definitely a life. I don't think I'm making it that far.
Not if you keep having those brown pops in your hand. Actually, I think a drink now and again is good for you.
I think so, and I don't drink the rest of the week. Like a couple of my friends have been like, "Yeah, you drink too much." I'm like, "Yeah, but I drink during the show. That's it."
Yeah.
So.
And you pace yourself.
Yes, that's the problem. I didn't do that last week. I didn't. I had to walk and get a sandwich, and I missed the whole interview. But it wasn't even that important.
Yeah, it wasn't an important interview.
Nah.
You were good. We had other guys in too, so it was fine.
We do. We have guys come in. They sit for us.
We had
It's
a
all
doctor.
good.
We had a real medical physician.
We have rappers, doctors, special education teachers,
Ex-cons. We got them all. We got them all, Tony. But
You gotta
Tony,
have them.
did you do stand-up? I saw you open for Jim Carrey.
Yeah, that was way back when he was still, I guess, starting out as a stand-up comic.
He's from there, right?
He hadn't gone to L.A. yet.
Yeah, wow.
So, and you know, the guy was he was a kid at the time. I guess he was probably about 19 or something, and
he must have been.
He was a sweetie because I don't know if I told you that night. I was doing like a comedy duo thing with a friend of mine, and we bombed big time. And Jim Carey, after the show, sort of gave us a little pep talk and stuff, and told us not to worry about it. That they've all been through those nights, and no, he was real. And I knew right then that this guy was destined for stardom. You can always tell with certain people, and he had it. He had the confidence, he had the charisma and the charm, and everything was working for him. And shortly after he went to L.A., it all sort of fell together, So
I was gonna say because
no big surprise.
Even when he came to L.A., he was young. I figured probably in his 20s.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he was still doing his impressions, Jimmy Stewart and Sammy Davis Jr. and all those guys.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
I just saw that documentary called Andy and Me or something. Did you see that one?
I gotta watch.
I've heard about it.
Weird shit.
Yeah, I heard it was.
No, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, because he played Andy Kaufman in the movie.
I did love that movie, The Man on the Moon.
Yeah.
I loved Andy Kaufman.
This documentary sort of showed what went on behind the scenes, and Jim was a bit of a nutcase. He just made life hell for the director and the cast, and
wow,
just these stupid kind of tantrums, and
Was it because he was in character?
I heard
the
it
whole
was hard
time,
for him to get out of character.
He claims that he was in character and that, it was Andy, he was channeling Andy Kaufman, and he couldn't take responsibility for his actions, which I thought was kind of bullshit,
Okay, I think we had somebody else on a couple weeks ago who said the same thing, that it was kind of like, obviously he was just being a douchebag.
Basically, him whacking off and, trying to be...
I'll just blaming it. I'm a method actor, guys. I'm a method actor.
Andy Kaufman.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
in character. Sorry that I just destroyed your life. I'm in character.
Yeah. I mean, you could see the director was pulling his hair out. He just didn't know what to do with this guy,
Yeah.
But if I was on set, I don't think I would have been too happy working with him under those conditions.
No.
But I mean, prior to that, I mean, the guy was a sweetheart.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? I think he's got a lot of skeletons in the closet and a lot of what do they call them? Demons, you know?
Yes, yeah, especially.
I mean, he had a rough life, rough upbringing, so a lot of stuff to work out, you know.
What are you currently working on? Do you have any upcoming projects you could talk about?
Actually, a play that I wrote a couple of years ago is going to be produced next summer. It's called Tit for Tat. It's a comedy, kind of an absurd comedy about this frustrated wife who is constantly craving celebrity, you know, like 'cause she's bored with her life and her marriage, and she wishes to be famous. And the next morning she wakes up, and her husband has grown a pair of tits. And he becomes this instant celebrity thrown into the spotlight, and she just can't handle it because it's what she wanted all the time, you know. Now she's got to deal with his celebrity, and he becomes like huge. He's on People magazine and all the talk shows, and yeah, it's pretty stupid.
It sounds amazing.
Great,
and that's a play. That's going to be like a stage play.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. That makes it even better.
Oh, that sounds great.
So, yeah, we'll see what happens. You know, I mean, we've had a couple of readings of it. Been working on it for the last couple of years, and I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah.
Definitely, dude. Definitely. That's cool.
Yeah. I had a couple of auditions before the holidays. One was for Designated Survivor, you know, that series with Kiefer Sutherland, but I didn't get it.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't know it, but I know Kiefer.
I've heard some stories about Kiefer.
It's kind of like, what was his other series called? 24?
24.
Yes.
Was it called 24?
Yeah.
Yeah, same sort of thing, you know, there's always, he's got to save the world kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like TV Liam Neeson.
Yeah, no, exactly. I can't believe Liam's in another one now. What's it called? The Commuter?
The Commuter, and it's the same thing.
It's basically
on a train.
On a train. Yeah.
The Transporter.
But good for him. I mean, how old is this guy? Like 75, and he's playing action hero.
Yeah.
I mean, good for him. He's had a bit of work done. I can see his eyes have been pulled up a bit, you know. He's got that scared look now. You know?
Starting to look like my ex-wife.
I do this impression of him for my kids, you know, and it's something like, we don't have any bananas. The only thing I know how to say.
That's amazing, though. I actually shook a little. I was very intimidated.
You did, eh?
Yeah.
I didn't even have to produce a gun or anything.
No, you just say we don't have any bananas, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm out of here. Can't take this.
I love it.
Can't take the pressure.
They've got a series now called Taken. Have you seen that one?
No.
No, does it have anything to do with the Taken movies?
I think so, but I haven't seen it myself. I think every week somebody else is taken, you know.
Is Kiefer Sutherland, does he play Liam Neeson's character?
I want to see Cake.
No, I think it's the Kiefer Sutherland look-alike.
I want to see Kiefer in Cake It.
They said we want a Kiefer Sutherland type, you know.
Like Cake Boss meets Liam Neeson.
Cakein.
That's right.
I like it.
Cake Boss.
Cake and Boss.
They took the double-layer German chocolate cake, and I'm gonna get it back.
The fondant. You hit him with the fondant.
Yes.
That used to be my favorite word when I used to watch the Cake Boss. Fondant.
The fondant.
I didn't know what that was.
I
but
know.
It sounded great.
I had no idea.
Have you ever seen that stuff? It looks disgusting.
It's terrible.
It does look
Yeah.
Yeah, my sister went to baking school. Like, she went to Votech for it.
Yeah.
She said she hated working with it.
With the fondant.
What is it?
Fondant.
It's like flour and sugar or something.
It's really
and they like
right?
harden it. They make a sheet.
Yeah.
It's candy.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It's just a sheet of sugar, colored sugar.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Oh, man. Tony, I saw
Some nights I wake up and I say, man, I could use some fondant right now.
Just one of those. It's gonna be one of those days.
Slather myself in.
Give me an extra helping of fondant.
just need a little fix. I saw you mentioned last time that show you were on. What was it called? Omerta? The one that was like the Sopranos.
That was the French version of Sopranos.
Yes, I saw that their ratings actually dropped when you were not on the show anymore. What happened to your character on that?
He was killed off.
That's what I figured. Yeah, but
They put a wire in his car, and he was caught talking about how he wished the Big Don would die or would be killed, or that he would kill the Big Don, and. Then he meets up with the Don later, and he says, "So I hear you want to kill me, and of course I've got to start backpedaling and all that." And no, there was nothing, just me blowing my cool. And eventually, he gets rid of me. He calls me a rotten apple, and he says you gotta get rid of the apple before it spoils the rest of the bushel. That sort of analogy.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, but it made quite the impact with the audiences. Like they were writing into the newspapers saying, "What the hell did you do? You killed off this great character. What were you thinking?"
Wow.
But, it was too late by then.
Wow.
But it was fun.
It's so cool that you had that much of an impact on that show and the network.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
It was neat being recognized on the street in Montreal.
Yeah, that's gotta be.
Cars would honk their horns, and eating in restaurants and stuff, people would come over to the table and ask for pictures and autographs.
Yes.
The good old days.
I've quoted your one line from the last time we talked about the house with the cloud of smoke, like the Italian house with I forget how you stated it, like the purple cloud of smoke.
I was waking up at 2 in the morning to go to the bathroom, and you walk through the kitchen with this blue haze because everybody was smoking at the time.
Yes.
And I couldn't even make out who my parents were, who my relatives were.
I brought it up a few weeks ago, and my buddy
Feeling my
Chris.
way to the bathroom, holding onto the walls, because trying to get through the smoky haze.
Just trying to breathe some air. Yes, I brought it up.
Yeah, exactly.
My buddy Chris at work was just dying. He's like, "Yes, I remember that. I remember that."
And everybody was drinking highballs at the time. I don't know if that was big with your parents or whatever, but it wasn't just wine and beer. Everybody had those big glasses of whatever they were, gin and tonic, and highballs were really big back then. Everybody had mixed drinks.
That's what we talk about too. Like at the end of a workday, you'd have a drink. You'd have a drink with your boss or whatever. Like people just don't do that anymore. Like.
No, I'd be asleep so fast, just with one of those.
Yeah. Yes. Even one of my first just retail jobs, I worked in a supermarket, and on I think it was Christmas, the boss called me in his office and we had a drink. It was so cool, so cool.
That is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And you went back out and worked after that?
Yes, yeah, not really worked, but we just had a great day.
I worked in a liquor store for a couple of seasons, just like Christmas relief and summer relief.
Yeah.
You would think we'd get a discount on the booze and stuff, but that never happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
I figured at least something off.
Well, here in Ontario, they're all government run. They're government owned.
Oh.
So yeah, they have the monopoly on liquor stores. So
That's like a mailman
no discounts
here.
for the employees.
I figured you get some good government benefits.
Not really.
I saw too. You were in a Molson commercial.
Molson?
I think I saw that
Did
you
you
were.
say Molson?
Yes.
Yeah, that was one of my first commercials that I shot when I first moved to Toronto.
Wow. What
For Molson.
What'd you do in the commercial?
I was helping a guy move a piano up a flight of stairs, and it was like one of those crazy jobs where you only do it for a friend when you know there's beer at the end of the job and pizza.
Yes.
It's the only reason why we help friends move,
To get a cold Molson.
Yeah, to get a cold Molson Triple X. I like that.
I just helped my daughter move into a new apartment before Christmas, and I never had the beer and pizza, even though she promised I would get it.
Oh, I was gonna ask.
Tricked you.
You should have demanded that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see it up front.
I do love Molson Canadian.
It's funny because I said I'm not moving you anymore. I said that the last time I moved her, and of course there I am with the rental truck.
Yeah. You said she's an actress as well, right?
Yeah, she is. She's going to be in Boombats. She's actually been doing quite a few things. A couple of TV series. I can't remember what they were now.
Cool.
Geez, they're all these. They all start sounding the same. It's the one's about time travel, and I don't know.
Yeah, that's awesome. Though.
No, she's doing well. Touch wood.
Cool. Yes.
And my son's coming back home in May. He's been in London for, I think I told you, the last couple of years on a work visa.
He's a musician, right?
What's that?
Is he a musician?
Yeah, he's a musician. He goes under the name Whitebrow, and doing really well. He's got a small European tour lined up. He leaves, I think, in 2 weeks, and he's gone for, I think, most of February.
Cool.
Doing like Norway, Amsterdam, Germany. I forget where else.
That's pretty awesome.
But no, he's doing good.
Nice. You must be proud.
I mean, they're both pursuing careers that I kind of poo-pooed, but nobody listens to me.
I know.
I'm the worst influence.
That's what I say about our intern.
That's what you say about what?
Our intern, Lamborghini right here. He's the worst influence. He's why I drink so much.
It's all my idea.
It is. He asked for a beer for himself, and I'm like, yeah, get me one. So it's kind of contagious.
I love your sons getting the extra snacks on the school bus or at school.
Amazing, yeah.
Isn't that a good one?
That's
you.
Great.
You're a genius. I wish I was on your level when I was in elementary school. Yeah.
They've also got a snack program here in the schools and a lunch program. Oh no, it's a breakfast program, and it's for kids who don't have enough food at home to have breakfast, so they eat when they get to school.
Yeah.
But they're finding that a lot of the kids who can eat breakfast at home come to school and have a double breakfast,
Yes.
So their obesity is becoming a huge issue because of that,
Yeah, that's
Kids are having 2 breakfasts every day now.
Second breakfast.
Back in my day, we didn't even have breakfast.
Yeah.
We had
When I was a kid, I used to be like that too. I could have had 3-4 breakfasts, I was a real pacatone.
I loved your one post too about the Italian mother being the best alarm clock. I remember when I was in my 20s, I was staying at my grandmother's, and one morning I didn't have work, but it was early in the morning. She's just banging pots and pans together, like she's just getting ready, but yeah, she's definitely making some sort of a scene with the pots and pans. It was great.
My grandmother
like when my father
4 o'clock
was alive, he same thing in the morning. He would just make all this racket, because he figured if he was up, everybody should be up.
That's what it was. Yeah, it's like you've been sleeping too long.
Super early too, right? Because my grandmother was like 5 o'clock in the morning out there making a ruckus.
And if you get up at like 6 or 7, they say, well, you want to sleep the whole day? It's about time you get up.
I know.
It's 7 o'clock in the morning. What's your problem?
Tony,
if
you're awesome.
If you're not up at 6 or 7, you're wasting the day, according to them.
Yeah. Tony, it's great talking to you. I can't believe the time flew like this.
It's been a blast, guys. I hope you guys have a great year, and I'll get back to you when we get this ball rolling on Boombats.
Definitely. Cool. And where can everybody find you?
On the Twitter, I guess, at Boombats 2017, and we got a Facebook page as well, and yeah, the usual.
Awesome, brother. Hopefully this is our year.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You guys take it easy, and great chatting with you again. All the best.
You too, Tony.
Have a good one, Tony.
Take care. Ciao.